Everybody's using Claude to build Facebook ads, and most of them, if we're being really honest, look really bad and will never be able to scale in your Facebook ad account. I've created hundreds of winning Facebook ads for my clients, and the difference isn't the tool, it's how you use it and really the system you build inside of it. Going from an idea to something that can actually print money inside of your ad account is what Claude is really good at doing. So today I'm going to show you the exact system that I use in Claude for building winning ads for my clients, and I'll also show you opportunities where it can fall short so you can be aware of them, because if you lean on it for everything, it'll cost you time and money. Okay, I think it's really important before we dive into how to build winning Facebook ads, understanding the 3 core components that make up a winning Facebook ad, because the free system that I built is intentionally designed to go after those 3 core components so you're not stuck spinning your wheels and retraining the algorithm every time you want an ad. Number 1, you have angle or persona specificity. In 2026, we all know post Andromeda that Facebook ads lets the creative do the targeting. And so if you're not getting really specific on who it is you're trying to speak to and what problems you can solve for that person, then it's going to be an ad that speaks to the masses and ultimately doesn't convert anybody because it's so vague. The second thing that makes up a winning Facebook ad is going to be the wittiness of the ad copy that's overlaid onto it. If I'm talking to the right person, but my copy is really boring and not engaging enough to get me to stop scrolling or get me to actually do an action, then it doesn't really matter if I'm specific or not. So they get coupled in together. They're just as important. And then last but not least is going to be the product fidelity and of course the ad design. Okay, so I'm going to hop into Claude now and I'm going to show you how the system works, but I think it's good to give you context so you know kind of where I'm going. Ultimately, what we're going to do with a single URL is we're going to get Claude to understand our brand, because that's very important that they have context to what it is we sell, our key benefits, etc., etc. So they're going to scan the whole website, present a brand foundation doc. Once you approve it, they're going to move on to creating different personas or angles. This is really important because, again, if we're too general with our ads, it's not going to reach the right people because it's going to be just so vague in the messaging. So it's going to create personas and angles, people who would benefit from our product based on the context it has on our product. And then from there, it'll essentially say, hey, what persona do you want me to build ads for? You'll tell it persona and an angle, and it'll go and build ads for you. Okay, so before we hop in and we're able to build ads, we need to understand there's 2 tools that you need to be able to create these ads in the first place. One, you need a paid Claude plan. So make sure you're on a premium plan for Claude. And now that you have a Claude paid plan, you're going to also want to make sure you have a Higgsfield paid plan. Higgsfield is a platform that unifies all the AI models out there, the image generation, the video generation platforms, and gives you the opportunity to use Claude to tell Higgsfield what to do. So you're going to want to make sure you use the MCP connector. And the way you set that up, really simple. I'll show you in 2 seconds. All you do, go to settings from Claude. You're going to scroll down to connectors. As you'll see, I have a Higgsfield one right here. I just named it Higgsfield 2.0. You can copy this. All you're going to do is go to add a custom connector, paste that link I just showed you. You'll sign in to your Higgsfield account and it'll be in. So now Claude, anytime you say build an ad using Higgsfield, it'll know to pull it and use the MCP connector. Okay, now that you have that set up, you truly can copy and paste my project instructions, which you can get for free by just commenting and asking below. Once you have that, I'm going to show you what the actual project in my system looks like. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open the actual project, and I've already ran through this entire project for this video just so you don't have to painfully sit through all the generations, because that takes a little bit of time. I'm going to show you what it does though, and then you can ultimately do it for yourself. So let's just say I wanted to promote a creatine product, right? So take your website, your product. All you're going to do once you have the project created in Claude is throw the actual URL into Claude, and it's going to kick off what's called phase 0 right here. This is the brand intake. This is what I mentioned around them doing context on your business and understanding what it is you sell so they can further generate ads and come up with ideas for you. So as you'll see, they have a brand foundation doc they created here, brand colors, typography, tone of voice, key products, USPs, proof and credibility. They do all this for you. It's phenomenal. All they're going to do is they're going to ask me a couple questions. I said, hey, I want to advertise all the gummies. And then they gave me reference images. These reference images are very important because they're going to make sure that the product fidelity in the actual ads is 100%. You've probably seen other AI slop ads out there where somebody's selling jewelry or a supplement or clothes, and the product in the ad doesn't look anything like it looks on the website. This is going to solve that. So all they do is they take those reference images and then they have me also submit some images to them so they can make sure they get everything 100%. They're going to create what's called a reference element ID. You don't need to worry about it. It's essentially going to make sure that your ad, your product looks exactly like it should look in the ad. After that, they're going to finalize the final draft of the brand foundation doc. So really all you have to do do is, like I just said, all looks good. Hey, you got everything. And if they did miss something, yes, this is where you would go back and say, hey, these are actually our brand colors, or we like this typography, whatever. Most times they are really, really good and you're not going to have to worry about it. So unless you have a really particular brand strategy or confinements to typography or brand colors, that's fine. But most of the time they're really, really accurate. Now what they're going to go ahead and do, literally without you asking anything, I just confirmed the brand strategy, is they're going to move automatically to personas, the strategy doc. So they're going to move to personas and angles now. And again, they come up with things really, really well. So they gave me what, 1, 2, 3, 4 personas. They gave me their identity, the demographics, psychographics, the triggers, objections. All I do is kind of just wait for them to do things. Because again, unless I have predefined things I want them to use as personas and angles, things that I've tested and want, I'm going to just let them do their thing because we can test these out and they're likely going to do really well. After they give you personas, they're going to give you angles. So for this creatine product, they're saying, hey, creatine's not just for gym bros, right? They're trying to appeal to women or people who don't know that it's just a overall really good supplement to take. We're going to appeal to the fact that our creatine tastes like candy. I mean, look how appealing this looks. It's sour cherry gummy versus the old traditional chalky powder that you have to scoop into your shaker bottle. And so they're going to give you different angles and it's really good. That's the other one. It's gummy versus powder. So then you come up with different sub angles that you can test for each persona. So this is going to give you a lot of ammunition to build creative diversity, different creative messaging, and ultimately see what persona and angle intersection is able to scale your ad account. After they do this, I just said, literally, you almost have to do nothing. I'm just saying it looks good. I'm letting them do their thing. And then now they're going to start getting me different design ideas. So in the project instructions, there's a bank of examples that they can use, and they're just analyzing all of it. And once they're done doing this, then it's time to build the ad. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, now that Claude has built your brand foundation doc, the persona and angle testing doc for you, has verified the product so they make sure that the fidelity in the ads looks great and that they've actually verified other examples of winning ads so they know how to design winning ads for you. Now it's time just to say, create me winning ads. And what they'll ask is what persona or angle. So they'll give me examples. And I went with option A. I want to talk to the wellness curious millennial woman who has this assumption of believing that creatine will somehow make her bulky or puffy. And so we want to come against that, educate women and let them know that it's really for anybody and it's not going to make you bulky. It's just going to make you healthy. It's going to make you lean, etc., etc. It's going to make you strong. And so all they do is they lock it in and then they're going to give me options for headline testing over the ad. So any overlay copy on the ad, they're going to give me things like a headline, USP, CTA, etc. All I do, you can either say you pick or you can pick yourself. And so I just picked the different options. They'll give you, I think, 3 options per ad to choose from. And I just picked them directly, but you can also ask them to choose for you. And then right after that, all I do is wait for them to create the ads. And as you can see, these are the ads right here. So we'll start with this one. Strong Girl Fuel has the USPs in here. It comes against this notion that it's only for men. So it's going to, again, speak to women who are maybe believing that creatine will just leave it for the gym bros. And same thing here, the gym bro myth debunked. It's also for women. And this is something obviously in your headline and primary text on Facebook ads, you would make sure that you speak even more directly to what the myth is that's being debunked. Your headline for the ad could say something like creatine is also for girls or something of that nature, right? Boom, same thing here. Like these overall look really solid. This is a more of an educational style ad. Creatine won't make you bulky. Same thing here, strong without the bulk. So it's talking to, and this is something where again, we can impose, we only want to target women. And this is something where we can talk about how creatine won't make you bulky. So overall, really decent job with these ads. And if you really wanted to, you can also just ask for these to be made in 9:16. And so as you can see, it's a little bit of a process, but the process is necessary. So now that anytime I need ads, they already have my locked in brand foundation doc, the personas and angles that we already agreed on and approved. And now I can just say, hey, go and create me 10 ads for X persona, and they will do it. And if you even had examples of ads that you see a competitor using, you can upload those and they'll make the design look exactly like it. Quick break from the video. If you're a business owner running ads and you're running anything over $30,000 a month in ad spend and having trouble either scaling, getting the performance you're looking for, or even if creative is the bottleneck and you need help with it, feel free to hit the link in the description or scan the QR code to see if we'd be a good fit. And so again, if you guys want this exact same system, the project instructions that I've used in this video to go and create ads, really this took me about 15 minutes to do, then comment below so I know you're interested and I'll send it to you for free. And before we wrap up, I think it's very important while while you're using this system not to overly rely on things, because AI still can make issues. And so the two main things I always find myself correcting Claude on is, one, the brand foundation doc. Again, 95% of it's usually correct, but either some of their details are false. I usually can find that the brand colors can be slightly off. So make sure you're correcting the AI so it can train it a bit better, and then also give them the correct data. And secondly, if ads look completely janky, overcrowded, generic, whatever it is, let them know, reprompt them. You will have to sit there and reprompt maybe a couple times so they get ads exactly right, because after they've been trained, they will have the context moving forward so that when you request new ads in the future, they know how to get them exactly the way you want them. So truly, I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. It'll be more helpful if you get those exact project instructions and run them for yourselves and test them out. And look, the whole video is basically what I do for my clients every single day. I make them ads, I run their ads, I scale their ads, I make sure that they're profitable. So if you'd like me to do this for you, feel free to hit the link in the description, or again, scan the QR code. And if you want to see how to actually scale meta ads once your creative is dialed in, that video is going to be right here.